The horizon of the Middle East has shifted. Today, the world witnesses a naval buildup unseen in decades. The arrival of the USS Abraham Lincoln carrier strike group, accompanied by a fleet of Aegis-equipped destroyers, marks what the Pentagon calls the final stage of regional positioning. But why now? As U.S. President Donald Trump reviews final operational plans, military analysts are pointing to a single, chilling phrase: the decisive week. The air is thick with the friction of impending conflict. But to understand the guns of tomorrow, we must look at the blood spilled yesterday. The reports began emerging in mid-January 2026. Under the veil of a total national internet blackout, a tragedy of historic proportions unfolded across the streets of Iran. While state media remained silent, international human rights organizations began documenting a scale of violence that defies modern norms. From Tehran to the border provinces, the suppression of protests escalated into what UN rapporteurs have termed a systemic military intervention against civilians. Hospitals were reportedly turned into high-security zones, and morgues struggled to keep pace with the rising toll. Estimates vary, but the numbers are staggering. While official figures are kept low, independent monitors and leaked medical records suggest casualties ranging from 5,000 to over 20,000 lives lost in a matter of 48 hours. This genocide in digital darkness has fundamentally shifted the diplomatic landscape. Pushing the international community toward a point of no return. History, it is said, does not repeat, but it often rhymes. To place the January 2026 massacre in perspective, we must compare it to the scars of the 20th century. We remember the 1919 Jallianwala Bagh massacre, where colonial forces fired upon a trapped crowd. We remember the 1980 Gwangju Uprising, a cornerstone of South Korea's democratic struggle. And we cannot forget the 1989 Tiananmen Square protests, where the image of a lone man standing before a tank became a symbol of defiance. More recently, the 2013 Rabaa Square massacre in Egypt served as a grim reminder of how quickly urban spaces can turn into killing fields. However, the events we are witnessing today in 2026 differ in one crucial aspect: the level of technological isolation. Never before has such a large-scale crackdown occurred under such a sophisticated, state-mandated digital shroud. The American response is not merely symbolic, it is technical and lethal. Positioned strategically from the Atlantic coast of Spain to the Mediterranean waters south of Greece, the U.S. Navy has created a containment arc. The deployment of the THAAD, Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System, and warships equipped with the Aegis combat system provides a multi-layered shield against ballistic threats. The F-15E Strike Eagles and F-35 Lightning IIs, now stationed in the region, are not just there for deterrence. They are configured for precision deep strike missions. The strategic goal, according to sources within CENTCOM, is strategic submission, to neutralize the adversary's missile infrastructure and command and control nodes before a single ground troop crosses a border. The meeting between Israeli General Eyal Zamir and Vice Admiral Brad Cooper in Tel Aviv confirms that the coordination for a multi-front operation is complete. As we enter this decisive week, the world stands at a crossroads. Diplomacy has been sidelined by the sheer scale of the humanitarian crisis and the rapid movement of iron and fire. The question is no longer about the capacity for war, but the will to execute it. Will the weight of history's past massacres force a de-escalation, or are these the final minutes of a long-standing peace? The ships are in position. The planes are fueled. The world is waiting for a single decision. This is the hour of reckoning.